Tonight, you're gonna solve a murder. You'll get to see all the clues, meet all the suspects, and I'll even go you one better. You get to see the murder happen. So hit the showers, kid. We're up next. I didn't know you had a tattoo.
Spa. Oh, that is really too bad. Maybe you should have thought about that before you screwed your life up.
Nice jacket. Sucking up to the new captain? Well, good luck. I hear he's a real hard-ass. Scored a perfect 800 on the captain's test. Just what we need, don't you think? A captain that tests well. Yeah, anyway, Jody Morlock. She was working her way through college as a physical therapist at the Beatrice Chrysler Clinic. You know, the big-ticket substance abuse center where the elite meet to beat their expensive habits and get back on the cover of People magazine. Last night, somebody nailed her into the sauna and toasted her.
She was a human being, Marshak, not an English muffin.
Wendy! Well, it's good to see that the Phil Donahue School of Criminology hasn't blunted your rough edges.
Stanford. And the degrees in social psychology and urban welfare with a minor in statistics, just for fun.
Wendy. My partner, Wendy. Lieutenant Wendy. We'll have to catch up later. Kid and I are off to see who killed Jody Morlock.
Rookie, keep your eyes and ears open and you will learn everything there is to know about police work from Marshak. God knows I did. And it's Captain Wendy.
Oh.
Think it was hot enough in here? Morning, Captain. Hey, congrats on that bump. I hear the captain's test is a real bitch. Drag, sir. Ma'am. Captain.
Right.
So what do you got? I'm sorry.
Oh,
no, you go.
No, you go. I'm just observing.
I'll tell you what. I'll go. The custodian found the body at about midnight. The sauna window was already busted from the outside when it got here.
From the outside?
Yeah, weird, huh? He tried to open up the door, but it was nailed shut. In fact, the nails are still... red hot? Found a couple of fresh bruises on the body and a few strands of hair, but not the victims. But they were like, yanked from the root. And the rehab here doesn't exactly include field trips to Builder's Emporium, meaning things like hammers and nails were improvised. But we're still looking around. In fact, we went through the vacuum bag and found lots of the usual crud and this.
Was there a party going on here?
As a matter of fact, yes, there was a reception for all the patients that made it clean through phase 1. A couple of senators, 2 rock stars, 3 members of the USC Trojans football team. Oh, that little guy who plays Inch Eye Rabbi.
Oh, yeah? What, he's in here?
Shh, not so loud. The people who come here pay a very high price for their privacy while they are coping with their addictions. Mayor Farrell, how are you? I mean, I'm going to go check with the clinic's director and make sure we're not violating any privacy acts.
And check out Jody Morlock's car. She's sweet, or what? Yeah, check out what we found.
A deposit slip for $10,000. Boy, I didn't know giving back rubber paid so well.
Does it? We'll check with the bank. It's a personal check from Buzz Weaver.
The astronaut? He's here, too? Big tipper.
Yeah, in more ways than one.
What's this?
Oh, that, my friend, is a tape of a psychiatric confidential session with Captain Hewitt's friend, Mayor Christine Farrell. Get this. She's a sex addict. Do you realize what information like that would be worth to our opponents?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe 10 grand? Well, I guess Jody Morlock was only a part-time physical therapist and a full-time blackmailer. Let's see what Buzz Weaver's money bought him.
Do you ever feel 100 G's pulling at your face? Do you ever look out a window and see America the Beautiful spinning around beneath you?
Just once. It was after the homecoming dance. I remember my date had snuck a bottle of Boone's Farm into her purse. I'll tell you some other time.
You can joke if you want. But if you ever stood on the dark side of the moon and looked back at Mother Earth, damn it, precious little compares.
Right. Space is easy, Earth is hard. Is that why you started mixing Johnny Walker with your Tang?
I'm not proud of my drinking. I guess one too many DWIs and a judge who was a big fan of the space program got me here. I could kiss that man. What I mean is I could shake his hand with a damn firm grip. I like being a hero. Hell, he gave me a chance to stay one.
Yeah? Is that why you gave Jody Morlock $10,000?
Anybody could be a drunk. How many men can say they walked on the moon? Hell, I still got footprints up there.
Yeah, well, it doesn't take being a rocket scientist to figure out that once a blackmailer's into you, they're into you for life. Which in Jody Morlock's case ended last night.
I didn't kill that little filly. I certainly didn't kill her in the sauna. Hell, I like the sauna. Like that closed-in feeling, like that little bitty window. Reminds me of the Gemini program. Hell of a capsule, that Gemini. Oh.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Weaver. Do you know where we might find somebody named Guy?
Oh, squirrely fellow with the eyeglasses. Yeah, you can always find him up at the far end of the property. There's fewer sunspots there.
He's mean, he's green, and he's got a badge. Hollywood and Vine. Half man, half plant, all cocked. Huh? You get that to development pronto. I'm thinking Wednesdays at 8 o'clock. It'll mop up against the Hat Squad.
Guy Seville, deposed TV programmer. Hey, did you know that Inch High Rabbi is here?
I know. Total time slot hit. Put him up against Married with Children or Roseanne. Inch High does a 10-share. Tops. Trust me, he doesn't have the legs.
What are your thoughts on Jody Morlock?
She had legs. A nice girl, too. Why?
Well, she was a blackmailer, and you're here for cocaine rehab.
It's no secret that I was tooting, Detective. Why else would I put 7 different series about high school students on my network?
Yeah, well, I figured that was it.
Now, fortunately, the network board of directors had enough faith in me to allow me to reinvent myself. And I have. I'd shout it from the rooftops if they allowed us up there.
Can you tell me why they found your name tag outside the gym last night around 11:30?
It must have fallen off during the peep show. Hey, sue me. I like to watch. Of course, it was that lady mayor with another stud. 8th time this week, and that's just in the sauna. Excuse me.
This is Randy.
Yo, babe. Hey, write this down. Mayor or Madam? The Christine Farrell story. Check on,
Valerie Bertinelli.
Valerie Bertinelli's availability. Thank you. Oh, I love this place.
Wait. I got one. What is the difference between a man and a government bond?
The bond matures.
Yeah, I heard that one already.
Marshak, this is Mayor Christine Farrell. We sat on a panel together for the Women in Politics Symposium.
Mayor Farrell, you were having sex last night in a sauna around 11 o'clock. Did you come straight back here, or did you hang around for a little post-coital murder?
Is this what you meant by rough spots in your division?
Detective Marshak, do you remember that little talk we had outside?
Yeah, the one about you leaving me alone to do my job. Your Honor, you go through men like a bag of corn chips. A blackmailer might use that against you. You've been dipping into the political war chest lately?
Lieutenant, the mayor has an illness, and I don't think it's your place to make fun of it.
The mayor is a suspect in an ongoing murder investigation, and I am asking appropriate questions.
In an inappropriate way.
Look, Captain, this is my job, and this is the way I do it. Now, I'm glad that you test well, but frankly, right now, I need you to butt out.
Perhaps you two ought to work this out before we try again. If you need me, I'll be at the pool. There's a new lifeguard who's to die for.
Look, Captain, I'm sorry one of my suspects is your role model, but I got a job to do.
Yeah, and your job doesn't include illegal searches, Marshak.
Who's searching? I'm glancing, just letting my eyes wander freely about the contents of this room. I look like a hammer to you?
Marshak.
Look, Captain, my rough edges have a reason. It gets people off balance, and they blurt stuff out. I need that stuff.
Yeah, but in getting your stuff, you don't need to alienate and insult important people.
Well, that's something in which you're well-versed, considering the way you've leapfrogged your way to the top. But it's important to remember you should always clear somebody's rear end of murder before you start to kiss it.
You patronizing sanctimonious.
Three nails missing. Same number that was used to seal Jody Morlock in the sauna. You do have a warrant, don't you, Captain? We know the nails that were used to seal Jody Morlock in the sauna came from your bookcase. Unless Captain Hewitt was handing out towels that night, I don't think she's going to be of much help to you.
Doesn't the mayor of a major northwestern city rank even a little good cop, bad cop?
Yeah, but Captain Hewitt gets ahead of herself, you know, wants to play both parts. What'd you use for a hammer?
I didn't kill that woman.
Strands of your hair, torn from the roots, were found in the sauna, which is consistent with the idea of a physical struggle. Plus, there were fresh bruises on the victim's body.
Oh, that. She walked in on us.
A Kodak moment, and wouldn't you know it, I left my camera at home. You know what they say, a picture's worth 1,000 words. Or is it $1,000? I can never remember.
If I'd had a gun, I'd have killed her right then.
Keep it up, I have a student loan to pay off.
Well, a nail gun might have done it. But why'd you break the window? Did you feel a tinge of remorse and decide to offer her a little, too late fresh air?
No, I didn't go back. Because I was never there. At least not when she was killed. And I don't know how the window... Although I do remember seeing Mr. Mission Control holding this hand of his under the water fountain. Looked like he cut it on something. You have heard about his hand, haven't you?
You think I'm worried about a wee bit of cut? Let me tell you something about this hand. 1965. The Mercury program. Hell of a heart in that booster. Straight into orbit. When, bam! The hatch blew open and I was staring down at Cuba. Gravity threatening to suck me down to that speck of commie dirt on the map of freedom. But then this hand held that hatch closed while 20,000 pounds of American-made thrust rattled this flyboy to within 20 yards of its target on the turquoise waters of Bimini. Job well done, mister. But what this hand did not do is kill that girl and then take out his frustrations on a little bitty pane of glass.
So how'd you hurt your hand?
Now that's a good question.
What?
Need I say more?
Yeah, I think you better.
This hand knows the secrets of the universe.
You're drunk.
Though rough to the touch, this hand can transport you to the sea of tranquility. That last little aborted mission was going to cost me another 10 grand.
So I guess it was a good thing for you that she was murdered. Well, it's nice that for once all our suspects are in the same place. So nice for our gas allowance. Anyhow, that'll give our new captain one less thing to overamp about. Since when do we put out memos? Stay here. Am I to understand from your memo that you expect my office to surrender to your office all my copies on the Jody Morlock case? Is the silver badge going to your head, Captain?
Are you through?
No, I'm not quite through. What about your buddy? I'm sorry, your role model. Did she go over your head to exempt herself from a murder charge? Because I don't turn my files into anybody until I'm ready.
Yeah, well, you do when the deputy district attorney is reaming me out because you're running around questioning people ad hoc at a private medical facility.
The deputy DA reamed you out.
Yeah, and if you'd bothered to read the whole thing before you tore my head off, you would have realized that what I was trying to do was appease the DA's office. I have no intention of sharing your files with anyone, Marshak.
Ho, ho, ho! Santa's here, kids. Well, you want the stocking stuffers or what's under the tree first? Did I come at a bad time?
Let's start with the stocking.
Hang on a second. Can I apologize?
Apology accepted. And that's one big stocking.
That's one big hammer.
Come in.
Come in.
There you are. What are you doing? I was looking all over for you. Get in here. This is for you, too. Okay. You'll notice indentations from the nail heads all over it. And it's covered in prints, but so many different ones, it's meaningless. Except for this one. A very special one. See, it's got a slash. Could be a cut, a scar, something. I don't know. But, of course, we saved the best for last. You remember Jody Morlock's sweet-looking jag? Well, up until 2 weeks ago, it was Guy Seville's.
Oh. I love Christmas.
She was blackmailing me for not having a drug problem. I'd lost millions and I was about to lose my credibility. It's not like I have any skills.
So you scored yourself a second chance by pleading cocaine abuse until Jody Morlock threatened to tell the whole world that you weren't really a drug addict.
I offered her a recurring role in the show of her choice, but she wanted more.
Of course you have to change your image to prove you're clean.
What are you talking about?
That Jag's a cokehead's car. You look much cleaner in my Sentra.
She should have been an agent.
All right. Here's something to wash down those beefy burritos. Just about as hot. Give it a second to cool off. Okay. Now, everybody admits that Jody Morlock was trying to blackmail them. We've got the sex addict mayor, who admits that if she'd had the chance, she would have tried to kill Jody Morlock. And what about Guy Seville? Thought nothing of stabbing people in the back every day. Would he kill to save his own skin? Or Buzz Weaver, a national hero, hiding out in disgrace. Did he nail Jody Morlock into the sauna and then put his fist through the window? Or was the window broken by a good Samaritan who just doesn't want to get involved? Oh, great. Visibility's zero. Let me get something here. Rookie, I take back all those nasty things I said about you just being along for the ride. The killer definitely broke the window. Thanks to you. We know why.
And at the end of every episode, the suspects are all rounded up as the detective fingers the guilty one. Huh? Yeah, well, sure, it's old, but it's bulletproof. Here, just listen.
Hiya, kid. Everybody here hated Jody Morlock. Well, with reason. Blackmailers seldom win any popularity contests. You didn't want the kids of America to know that their favorite astronaut was a drunk. Did you cut your hand on the sauna window? or on the broken whiskey bottle during your failed docking attempt with the victim?
I'm telling you for the last time, mister, you leave my hand out of this.
Hello? Is anyone there? Can you hear me?
Babe, it is Babe, isn't it?
Who is this?
Did you know that Guy Seville would have lost his livelihood if his employers had discovered that he didn't really have a cocaine habit after all, that he was stone cold sober when he said, "Stand by, your man's a hit"?
He's kidding, babe. I was high as a kite. I'll call you back.
Did you lose your name tag on the way to the bathroom or while committing a murder? And what about the mayor, Her Honor? Well, we certainly know that you were in the sauna. And we know that you were fighting with Jody Morlock. We also know that you're not above using your political muscle to have the DA's office divert the investigation away from you.
I merely mentioned to a friend, a very handsome friend with pecs of steel, that I was worried about publicity.
Oh, with good reason. Especially if you were the one who pulled the nails out of your own bookcase to seal up the sauna door.
It wasn't me.
No, it wasn't. Because you didn't kill Jody Morlock. You did.
Get me Dixon?
I'm sorry, he's in Bermuda.
What?
He'll be back Thursday.
50K retainer, and where is that skunk lawyer when I need him? Bermuda.
You left the party about 11:15 and you came here to the gym to kill Jody Morlock. You used the 3 nails that you had yanked from the mayor's bookcase to nail up the sauna door. What you didn't know was that the heat from the gym would loosen your name tag. When you went back to the party, somebody made you up a new one, and you realized what had happened, so you came back here to look for it. But by that time, the custodian had vacuumed it up. Well, why did you break the sauna window? Well, you needed to get inside, didn't you? You were panicked, so you tried to pull the nails out with your own hands, burning yourself in the process. So you picked up the weight, and you smashed the window with it.
That kind of plot didn't play on Mannix, and it ain't gonna play here.
Let's look at this.
Ow.
Ah. See, that little burn left a nasty slash on your fingertip, which matches the print that we found on the weight. And the reason you broke the window is because Jody Morlock scrawled a message on it.
Oh, cop shows. It's a dead genre. You gotta put a spin on them, like singing cops. No, dancing cops.
Well, kid, what are you gonna do, huh? Blackmailers never prosper, murderers always make a mistake, and never, ever trust a guy who carries his own telephone. Oh, come on, let's pick up a pizza. Go over to my place and catch a Columbo rerun. You're on it?
Meaning, no cheap shots.
None at all. There's my career.
I feel like Walter Brennan going around the corner.